There is a white powder sitting on the paint prep aisle of every hardware store in America. It costs $4 for a box that will last you a year. And it does something that no spray cleaner, no bleach product, no magic eraser, and no professional cleaning service has ever been able to do to your kitchen cabinets. It dissolves decades of hardened, polymerized cooking grease on contact, not in an hour, not after soaking overnight. In 60 seconds of wiping with a damp sponge, you will watch the yellowed surface of a cabinet door that you were convinced needed replacing turn back to the original factory, white it was the day it was installed. The American kitchen remodeling industry generated $66 billion in revenue in 2025. Full cabinet replacement costs between $5,000 and $25,000, depending on kitchen size. Refacing costs $4,000 to $9,000. Professional repainting costs $2,000 to $5,000. Every dollar of that revenue flows through a supply chain that depends entirely on one belief remaining intact in your kitchen. That yellowed, dingy cabinets mean failed cabinets that need professional intervention. The moment you understand what is actually on the surface of those cabinets and what dissolves it, the entire $66 billion argument collapses. Your cabinets are not ruined. They never were. What you are looking at is not paint failure or wood deterioration. It is a layer of polymerized cooking grease sitting on top of paint that is in perfectly sound condition underneath. And a $4 box of powder that professional painters have used as a trade secret for generations removes it completely in an afternoon. This is the story of the powder that has been on hardware store shelves for over a century, that every professional cabinet painter in America uses as the first step of every single job, and that the $66 billion kitchen remodeling industry has carefully ensured you would never think to reach for before calling a contractor. Welcome to Forbidden Camping. If these stories matter to you, the subscribe button and the bell are the best way to make sure this knowledge survives. This is where we open the vaults the industry welded shut. To understand why this powder works when nothing else does, you need to understand what is actually happening inside your kitchen every time you cook. When you fry, sear, roast, or sauté, microscopic oil droplets become airborne. They are invisible. They float through the kitchen like a fog you cannot see and settle on every surface in the room. Walls, ceilings, light fixtures, the tops of appliances, and especially the cabinet doors directly above and beside the stove. On day 1, you cannot detect it. On day 30, you still cannot detect it. But those invisible layers accumulate over months and years and decades, and at some point along the way, something happens to that grease that changes everything. It polymerizes. The oil molecules chemically bond together and harden, fusing directly into the surface of the paint beneath them through a process driven by heat exposure and oxygen over time. The result is no longer a film of grease sitting on top of paint. It is a hardened organic compound that has become structurally integrated with the paint surface itself. This is precisely why every spray cleaner you have ever tried on old kitchen cabinets has failed. Windex is formulated for glass and fresh surface contamination. Formula 409 dissolves fresh liquid grease. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser works through mechanical abrasion on surface-level residue. None of these products were engineered to break apart hardened polymerized grease that has chemically bonded to a painted surface over years of heat and oxidation. They are not failing because they are inferior products. They are failing because they are being asked to solve a problem they were never designed to address. The industry that sells you those spray cleaners understands this perfectly. The industry that sells cabinet replacements understands it even better. Because the inevitable conclusion of trying every spray cleaner and watching it fail is the conclusion that profits everyone except you. These cabinets are ruined. I need to replace them. Before I continue, I need to stop and tell you something important. This video is only the surface of what the industry has hidden from you. I spent months collecting everything they buried into one place. headlight restoration chemistry that the AAA confirmed in laboratory testing, a $2 bathroom item that restores foggy polycarbonate to factory clarity permanently. Rust conversion compounds that the U.S. military deployed across 3 war theaters in 1943, and that the auto industry repackaged at 15 times the raw cost. Earth battery blueprints that generate sustained electrical current from wet soil and hardware store copper wire. Drain cleaning chemistry that eliminates every household clog for under $1 using 2 grocery store ingredients. All of it is inside the complete Forbidden Camping Vault. Over 10 guides in one place. No filler. Every page built for immediate action. The link is in the description right now. But stay here, because what professional painters know about this powder and never tell their clients is the information worth $66 billion to suppress. The compound is called trisodium phosphate, TSP, a white crystalline powder that has been manufactured and sold commercially in the United States for well over a century. A 1-pound box costs between $4 and $6 at any hardware store in the country. Home Depot stocks it. Lowe's stocks it. Ace Hardware carries it. It sits on the paint preparation aisle, not behind a counter, not under any restriction, available to any person who walks through the door. Its mechanism is chemically distinct from every household cleaner in your cabinet under the sink. TSP has a pH above 12 on the alkaline scale. That extreme alkalinity enables a process called saponification, the same fundamental chemistry that converts animal fat into soap. When TSP solution contacts polymerized cooking grease, it does not attempt to dissolve it the way a solvent would or abrade it the way a scrubber would. It dismantles the molecular structure of the hardened grease entirely, breaking the chemical bonds that hold the polymerized chains together and converting the entire mass into a water-soluble compound that rinses away with a clean cloth and plain water. Every professional cabinet painter in America uses TSP as the mandatory first step of every kitchen job. They mix the solution, apply it to the cabinet doors, and watch decades of accumulated grease dissolve before their eyes. The original factory paint appears beneath it, clean and intact, and then they paint over it anyway, because painting is what they were hired to do, and painting is what generates the invoice. But every single one of those painters has seen, on job after job after job, that the paint underneath was in flawless condition before they applied a single stroke. The painting was not necessary. The cleaning was the entire job. And the cleaning costs the homeowner approximately $1 in TSP powder. The scale of what this suppression has cost American homeowners is staggering to calculate directly. There are over 140 million housing units in the United States. Virtually everyone has a kitchen with cabinets. The vast majority of those kitchens have been used for cooking for 10, 20, or 30 or more years. Every one of them has accumulated polymerized grease on cabinet surfaces. The National Kitchen and Bath Association reported that kitchen remodeling accounted for $66 billion in industry revenue in 2025. Cabinet work, whether full replacement, refacing, or professional repainting, represents between 30 and 40% of the average kitchen remodel budget. The average American kitchen renovation costs approximately $27,000. Cabinet work alone averages between $8,000 and $11,000 of that total. Cabinet refacing companies charge $4,000 to $9,500 to glue a thin laminate layer over cabinets that are structurally and cosmetically sound beneath their grease accumulation. Their technicians know the cabinets are fine. Their business model requires the homeowner to not know it. Professional cabinet painters charge $2,000 to $5,000 to sand, prime, and repaint doors that in the majority of cases require nothing beyond a 30-minute cleaning with TSP solution. Their first step on every job is that TSP cleaning. They see the original paint emerge every time. They proceed with the painting contract regardless.